On the track. BOS on the track.
Black David, wake your ass up. Mr.HeSaiD in the cook.
Peace. How's everybody doing? What's poppin'? Hope y'all doing good out there. It is Saturday, so y'all know what it is, man. It's Saturday. It's time to get a little cerebral.
I'ma have a good time with G.O.D.
Peace. I am one half of He Said, She Said, Love and Abundance. I am Mr.HeSaiD, and I'm here to chop it up with y'all on a Cerebro Saturday, man. Hope y'all having a good week. Hope y'all having a good weekend as well. And getting ready for the start of another great week, hopefully. And I got a nice topic. Hope you guys enjoyed the holiday. Halloween surprise. No, everybody doesn't partake. But for those that do, we got a nice little Halloween special. And of course, we're going to get a little cerebral, of course.
I'ma have a good time with G.O.D.
But we're going to have a great conversation, have a little bit of fun. And I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get to the pleasantries that everybody tapping in. My guy, Reckless Ray De Netto, baby. Ray, hope you're doing well. Moderation gang is in the building. We appreciate you. Sis is in the building. Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibe is always positive. That's my sister right there. She said, let's go. What up, sis? Amazing stream you had. Blueprint to a Man's Thoughts. Y'all go and check out Red Lipstick Vibes. Check out Reckless Ray De Niro. Always something financially minded over there with him. But amazing content creators. Content creators over here. Appreciate y'all. Von Eric is in the building. Beat extraordinaire. You guys hear him on the intro. If you don't remember what you just heard on the intro, let's go ahead and bring it up a little bit, just so we introduce this amazing chat that's with us today. Shout out to Von Eric on the beat. Shout out to you for pulling in. He says salam, y'all. Peace to you, brother. Blessings to you, my brother. Sean is in the building. What's up, my guy? He said, hey, I'm going to be swinging there. Replay on this one. Have a great stream. You as well, sir. I appreciate you, man. Always tapping in and checking in. Reckless Ray is grinding as usual. Yeah, man, I had to tap in, let Ray know I was at work while I was listening earlier this week, man. So, fellas, we can definitely multitask. We can have our fun and check out the entertainment. But, fellas, let's make sure we get into the bag and doing what we need to do for the week as brothers, man, as men. Shout out to my brother, Hank. He said, what's good, my brother, Hank? Amazing work you've been putting in, Hank. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. The content you bring into this space, man, the sit-down interviews that you have, the information you dispense, the information you bring to panels, the consideration you give to other brothers, man, truly an inspiration. And, you know, protect yourself at all times. Like I said, man, outside the boxing ring, some of the best advice I ever heard in my life, man. So shout out to everybody pulling in and pulling up. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, man, just a Halloween special for you guys today because Halloween is kind of the start of the family season. You know, some people call it the holiday season and specify Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's. You know, we look at it as a family season. It's really a time where family is important. People value family, value getting together, whether it's over food or gifts or whatever the case may be, but connecting with those people that you love and you hold near and dear. And this is the time of season. So, you know, Halloween kicks it all off. So I wanted to, you know, have a conversation about the climate of us as people in America in 2023, and particularly around the time of Halloween. It was just a couple of days ago. So, you know, I had the honor of staying home. That's typically what I do is I chill at home, man the candy bowl while the missus, you know, takes baby girl out. And they do the rounds and they get a considerable amount of candy, not a lot, but a considerable amount for the holiday. And we dispense, you know, 3 pieces a day. He made fun of me earlier this week because I'd only dispense 3 pieces a day. But you know. Y'all know Hank. He said, come on, brother Harris. Come on, man. You could let a while out for a little bit. Just give a few pieces. But yeah, man, we relegated to 3 pieces a night. And, you know, that's what it is. But I had the pleasure of being the host of the trick-or-treaters that came. And man, it was unique to see the way that, you know, our young people, our parents, our fellow humans behave in a atmosphere such as Halloween. So we're gonna talk about it. How was you guys' Halloween? And how'd you enjoy it? Did you guys give some candy to the babies? Did they come and knock on the door? A lot of people didn't have decorations up. I noticed here in Baltimore City. Yeah, I live in Baltimore City, guys, you know. It is what it is. But a lot of people didn't even decorate their houses. So I heard a lot of kids, you know, like, we not even going over there because their house is not decorated. We're only going to go to the houses that are decorated. I thought that was unique. But being the host, I saw a lot of different little personalities come. And I had to ask a couple of them, you guys know what Halloween is all about, right? You were explaining how this all works? So it was very interesting, very unique to see. So it sparked my brain into thinking about Halloween and the season coming up. But before we do anything, before we go another further, in the spirit of Halloween, I want to bring up a message from one of our own. Until the Black delegation, you know, has a council and we see otherwise. We're going to have Dr. Umar is going to come to us with a message. Let's go ahead and listen to what the doctor got to say. Don't forget to smash that like button, everybody. Halloween surprise with me, Mr.HeSaiD. And a quick message from the good doctor. So let's go ahead and take that. Take this medicine from the doctor.
Tonight was Halloween. I do not celebrate it. Tonight was Halloween. I do not celebrate it. Tonight was Halloween. I do not celebrate it. Brothers and sisters, and I'm just going to hope that y'all didn't have my little brothers and sisters out there knocking on white people's doors. I hope y'all didn't have my brothers and sisters knocking on white people's doors begging for candy, because you know they will use that as an excuse to pull out the gun, hurt one of our young people in the name of they thought someone was trying to break into their homes. So I hope y'all didn't have our brothers and sisters running through white neighborhoods, knocking on doors for candy, because you know it is very dangerous to be an African in America right now. You know it is very dangerous to be an African in America right now. You know it is very dangerous to be an African in America right now. But if you went trick-or-treating, if you went trick-or-treating, if you went trick-or-treating, brothers and sisters, you better have some little Debbie zebra cakes, because if you took your sons and daughters outside to worship this Caucasian demonology holiday, if you took my little African brothers and sisters outside to celebrate this Caucasian demonology holiday, if you took black boys and girls outside and dressed them up to go celebrate a night of demon worship in honor of their oppressors, you better have found your trick-or-treat bag. You better have some little Deborah zebra cakes. If you don't have a little Debbie zebra cake, if you did not get a single little Debbie zebra cake, this night was in vain, brothers and sisters. If you didn't get a little Debbie zebra cake, tonight was in vain. If you didn't get a little Debbie Star Crunch, if you ain't get a little Debbie marshmallow pie, if you ain't get a little Debbie oatmeal pie, then you have wasted our children's time tonight. Do you understand me?
That was our message. That was our Halloween message from Dr. Umar. He said you had to get them little Debbie snack cakes. I prefer Drake's, but I heard what he said. If you didn't get a zebra cake though? Zebra cake. Ooh, child. You a savage. Ray said it's good to teach them discipline early. Can't disagree with that. He said I slept. They had a lot of decorations over this side. I'm glad you guys had fun. Y'all said y'all had fun. You will think they would have never watched a Halloween kids movie in their life. You misses. Quincy in the building. What up, Quince? Hope you're doing well, man. Shout out to my guy Quincy. We had a good week chopping it up over on Trigger Mike, man. It was entertaining. It's been a week over on YouTube, right? It's last week in these streets. Hank said, let baby girl eat. See you, Hank. I might give her 4 pieces tonight. That's my guy, Hank, my guy. I might give her 4 pieces tonight, Hank. She might be good. Might get the okay. Ray said African? African? Damn, right. Shit, he put a question mark on there with eyeballs too. Laugh out loud. He takes that cadence from Kwame Ture. Shout out to Stokely Carmichael, aka Kwame Ture. My brother, my ancestor. He used to repeat himself as well to drive the point to the listeners. Absolutely, he did. Yes, indeed. Eloquent speaker. Smart guy. I actually got some fried green. Oh, I actually got some green tomatoes and a few oranges. And she fried them joints. Came home and fried them doggone green tomatoes, man. Can't say it was my cup of tea, but she put it in front of me, so I had to eat it. Pause. Dr. Umar makes it a little irritating. She laughing at me, y'all. This is messed up. This is Harris. Cut it out back there, okay? Dr. Umar makes it a little irritating though when he does it. A little. Salute to you, fam. Yes, bless up to you both, family. Peace. Appreciate you, man. Ink said, I know that's right. That's right. You just got an extra piece of candy. Ink, she gonna be happy tonight. Inye is in the building. Hey, my sister, hope you're doing well. She said, busy day, but wanted to support with the like. We appreciate you, yo. You have a good day and chill. Make sure you get everything done. Busy days, we be rushing to try to get everything done. Make sure you just chill, get it all done. You got this. Got this, girl. Halloween, though. Halloween. How was y'all Halloween? What did y'all dress up as? What did the babies dress? Did they have fun? Always the most important thing. But the conversation is going to get interesting. We had our message from Dr. Umar. And the holidays are approaching, like I was telling you guys. So be mindful of the temperament, the attitude of people. Again, this is going to be a family time of year. So people that don't have family are, perturbed, agitated, frustrated, and it shows. So you might want to just be mindful, but also keep in mind that we got to instill good values for Halloween. And what started me down this rabbit hole, in addition to the trick-or-treaters that came by, shout out to April on the check-in on Facebook and everybody pulling in on Facebook. Hey, April, hope you're doing well. How was your Halloween? Did the trick-or-treaters behave themselves? Or did they act like this? That's the parents and the kids, y'all. That's the parents and the kids. That's Halloween. Happy Halloween. Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. Wow. Wow, indeed. Parents have their children out as inspiration. This is what they have them doing. That's not honorable. That's not Halloween. You guys seen my stories with the Charlie Brown Halloween. I got candy. I got a rock. That's not how they behave. They go, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. She does not behave like that on Halloween. You don't do that. You don't encourage the kids to do that. Because again, you guys, what kind of adults grow up when they're able to just go and take things that were meant to be for everyone, meant to have some consideration inside, a little bit of forward thinking, a little bit of sympathetic, empathetic, considerate thinking, and they just go and take everything, and you're their caregiver and you allow them to do that? How do they grow up? They grow up as grown-ups that think they can go and take whatever they want. My sister's in the building. Hey, Quantum, she is laughing. She said, no, they didn't stick their hand in the bowl, took everything out the bowl. In my neighborhood, the babies rarely trick or treat. It's just too dangerous now. It's too dangerous for them to be kids. That's what we talk about. It's too dangerous for them to have innocence, for them to experience the joy of being an American kid. Now, I don't say I'm in line with Halloween and all the customs that go along with it, but the innocence of letting that child dress up as something they admire or someone they admire and go on and follow the requisite, follow the protocol, and get a nice little haul at the end of the day, Halloween was good for us back in the stock. We were poor people, but Halloween was a good day. We have tomato fights with the onions and everybody smelling stinky and got candy and go home and wash up and then check the candy for razor blades and crack vials. But then after that, we had fun and ate the candy and stuff. Sarah did it. She said it.
Shame on you.
I hear you, Sarah. How you doing, love? Hope you had a good week. Man, I would have popped off. I know. Ray, I know. It's unnecessary. That's a horrible example. Quincy laughing. He said, this is just too... This is perfect. Greedy, glutton. You ain't lying, Sarah. We're going to talk about it. It's coming up because Thanksgiving's coming up. So look at the trajectory. When we can disrespect Halloween and the only thing coming up is Christmas and Thanksgiving next, and we wonder why we got a bunch of big people that's just entitled walking around. Because we look at our moral compass. Look at our integrity. It's the parents that's with the children. I say honest, the moral fiber was torn away because many don't have the basis of church and community. You good, man. You know you good. Equivalent to the folks taking more than they need. Talk about it. Like taking home extra plates. Put the aluminum foil on the top. Got to go. You know, I'm working tomorrow, Sarah. You know. Unnecessary. But happy Halloween. What do you guys think? This is just a Halloween surprise that we're going to have today. Fun conversation. Fun conversation. But we will dive a little deeper. But let's stay where we are. Let's stay where we are right now. Let's take a look at this.
But this isn't the norm. Across the country, punks are stealing all the candy. This is from Long Island. Watch.
So if you guys didn't notice that this is the clip from the exact house that we just saw the opening video to. This gentleman refilled the candy, of course. But again, you heard what the newscaster said. All over the country, this is happening. And again, on a small scale, this is really, it's not a big deal. Kids are going to be kids. I understand that. Mischievous fun is mischievous fun. But the moral fiber is really starting to erode when this is the behavior of something as simple and as innocent, quote unquote, as Halloween. For the children, of course.
But this isn't the norm. Across the country, punks are stealing all the candy. This is from Long Island. Watch. These are adults. They're stealing candy.
What y'all think?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It's easy. It's not hard at all. It's unbelievable how easy it is. This is the behavior of our people. Again, we wonder why the children have the mindset that they have. We wonder why, you know, a lot of adults have the morals, the values, the that they have. I am not surprised. Look at the examples that they have. This is indicative to the flash mobs and brazen daylight robberies that's trending. Talk about it, Quince. Indicative. Fam, they have to chain liquid detergents to the shelves in stores now. Shout out to my brother on the check. Rick, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you, bro. It's an uphill battle you fight, bro, but I appreciate you, man. And I approve your messages, man. You hear me? I approve your message. Integrity is a hell of a thing, man. Shout out to all of you guys out there, man. The Mrs. said it, man. Goodness gracious, Mrs.
Shame on you.
My God. He said the soundboard popping. My God.
Come and have a good time with G.O.D.
We here, man. If there was a baby out there, it would have got jacked. Oh, what little to none. Y'all cold out there. Adults acting like children. No good parental guidance. And we'll be the first to say, ooh, my child is good. My child is a good kid when something bad happens. Sarah, you ain't said nothing but the truth. But we say the same thing over here all the time. We will always say it, and we will continue unapologetically. And what is that you say?
Hey, little kids don't follow these dope habits.
Do not follow these dopes you see out here, man. Don't follow these people. I know that they got a follow button and everybody's an influencer or a follower, but not literally. This is just theoretically. This is electronically. Don't. You got to get a clerk to get the detergent. We in desperate times because you want clean clothes. We must cling onto each other in these times and reteach values. God damn.
Old school, new school need to learn though.
I blame our era for this BS. You ain't lying. I do too. Again, we can't really have the conversation because we can't get the hyenas to sit down and take some cod liver oil because they want to get better. But you ain't lying. We all dropped the ball on this, man. We all dropped the ball. I'll be the first to admit it. I was so busy worrying about, trying to set a career and trying to raise children and trying to figure out my own trajectory without having a mom and a dad. I really was very self-absorbed. I was thinking about breaking generational curses and cycles for my own family to come. And you are right. I dropped the ball. Even though I'm one person that will, tell a kid in a minute that that's not the way. Just like everybody else says, you only end up in 3 places. But I try to even go a step further. I try to say, look at my car. Yeah. Damn, your car nice. Look at my girl. Look. Yeah. Nigga, I got a job. Nigga, all I do is work, nigga. Drug dealers and fast money niggas is not the only niggas that can have a good car and a good girl and some good clothes and a good life and some morals and some integrity and some value and some dignity. Them ain't the only niggas that do that. You could be a regular nigga and do that shit too. And again, I think we get, a little off because we think about what we trying to do for ourselves and what image we're trying to project of ourselves. And we get kind of lost. These are our age groups, offsprings. we can harvest from F the police. Yeah, you're not lying. So of course we taught our kids to rebel. We did. We did. I spoke about it last week, the music, how we influenced, and absolutely. We were always in the space of giving correction to our peers, nieces, nephews, kids, friends, shit, even our elders. Absolutely. Absolutely. But, you know, Mrs., there was a time where we had to buckle down and focus on our family. And we kind of had to put our heads down and focus on our tests. So, you know, we really weren't able to do the community outreach and the outreach that we try to do now. You know, it looked a lot different when we were earlier in our relationships, I will admit. But, you know, for some people, they did even less than what we did, you know, and the beat goes on. So I absolutely understand what the brother is saying. I was smart enough not to have kids before. I was smart enough to not have kids being foolish, but I was a whole motherfucking fool like everyone else. I think knowledge of self at a younger age for saving me from being a tyrant. Me too, sir. Me too.
America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. Yeah, it's my self-destruction. 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 Well,
That's what it was for me, Quincy. Like you said, that knowledge of self, and these people telling me where I was headed. They told me, they said, yo, if you got any brains in your head and you say you love this music, you say you love this culture, you say you love the savvy and all of the things that come with it, then listen to this message we getting ready to give you, because we visionaries, you say it yourself, you conceded yourself that we have seen things that none of you guys have seen before. So guess what we gonna tell you? Keep heading in the route that you heading, and you headed for self-destruction. And now they locking up the laundry detergent in the store for you to even clean your clothes. Self-destruction. I'm not lying, Quince. Look at my name. Look at the name that I have. Let's go ahead and go up to my banner. Bam. Brother, he said, what do it say under there? Self-destruction. You're headed for self-the-damn. And it ain't the rappers doing it. It's the goddamn parents.
Plain and simple, this is bad parenting, and it won't stop here. Teach your kid to knock over the neighbor's house on Halloween. The next day, they're shoplifting from Walgreens.
God, Quincy, wait a minute. Are you and him together? Wait a minute. I think they in the same room. They having some cigars and probably cognac, maybe strong brandy or tequila. He said, yo, Quincy, man, some bullshit. Next thing you know, they be in Walgreens. Quincy said, man, you're damn right. They locking up the damn detergent in my store around my way, man. Shit real. Damn it, y'all on the same talk. Y'all are on the same talking points. It got to be a talking point if y'all both is saying it, right? Y'all got to be a talking point. It can't be true. That shit can't be true because too many people saying it. And if too many people is saying it, then it's a goddamn talking point.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
They make this shit up on YouTube, man. This is what they say. This is the rules of YouTube. It's the stupidest rules of engagement ever, but these are the rules nonetheless. If everybody say it, it can't be true. When TLC said, if you live at home with your mama, oh yeah, son, I'm talking to you, I ain't hear nobody say it was a talking point. If you got a shorty but you don't show love, oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money? Oh no. I ain't hear nobody say it was a talking point. But let me and my missus say, shame on these stupid, these dumbass parents, inadequate ass parents, unattentive ass parents, unconscious ass parents, not caring, unapologetic, unremorseful, bad behavior on display continuously, and we the bad people for saying it. No, y'all just mad we got to it first. Visionary shit. That's why it's called visionary shit.
Shame. Shame.
This shit is shameful. Or only when we talking about black women is when we shouldn't say it. Because when we talking about the government, when we talking about Monsanto, when we talking about America, you guys hear me say Stockholm Syndrome all the time. I know you probably hear it a lot of other places now after I said it. But y'all hear me say Stockholm Syndrome all the time. It's what we learned from America. We learned this. This is what they taught us. And then we get blamed for doing the shit that they taught us. Y'all violent. We violent? Oh shit. The people who hung people from trees, they wasn't violent? And don't tell me about no goddamn book, because they was Christians hanging other Christians from trees.
I want to talk to you this morning from the subject, church folk ain't shit.
So miss me with that shit right there. So again, we will continue to wave our flag unapologetically and before all the rest of y'all. Because we know the price. We know what being a visionary is. We know what it really means to be first.
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
So what do you do?
That's a great question. What is the long-term effect of too much information? One of the effects is the need to be first, not even to be true anymore. So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first, but to tell the truth. We live in a society now where it's just first. Who cares? Get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy. We don't care if it's true. Just say it. Sell it. Anything you practice, you'll get good at.
Even bullshit, even fighting, even back and forth with your friends. Oh, I mean, quote unquote friends. Possibly friends. Friends in a possible. But this is the examples that everyone's learning from. Big kids and little kids. And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Shout out to Kizzy on the check-in. Kizzy said, damn shame. Shout out to you, Kiz. What's up, sis? Shout out to Let's Talk the Better Black Life on the check-in. My brother C, and the whole team over there. Shout out to OG Patrice, brother Vaughn, sister Inye, brother Rico. What up, y'all? Amazing conversation, amazing content. And I think I'm going to be over there maybe next week. A great conversation they got lined up, man. You guys stay tuned, man. It's going to be amazing. Shout out to everybody pulling in and checking in with me, man. This is a Halloween surprise today. We're gonna go down this Halloween pumpkin hole today. Pause. Because I seen some things for Halloween. What y'all see for Halloween? Anything you practice, you get good at, Brother Denzel said. Even BS. even fighting, even disrespecting, name calling, back and forth. That's why some people don't even involve themselves with such foolery. But some people do. Like these.
Uplifting from Walgreens. Kelly Opandi is a mother of 9, yes, 9, from Long Island, God bless her soul. Her neighborhood was knocked over. What the hell happened last night?
Jesse, so what I'm realizing is that
Nobody cares. Nobody cares what she's talking about. I care more about what y'all talking about. What y'all think? I said we had Halloween too, man. And I guys want you to just keep that one word in mind. Halloween. I don't know if you partake or not, but think about it if it's ruined or not. Halloween just ruined. Just ruined.
Ruined Halloween. You have ruined it. Halloween was the greatest night of your life for Generation X. We would plan the whole night so we could be efficient. We would bring the right bags so we could be resourceful. The whole night was about adventure and fun and getting to know the neighbors, the community. All of the neighborhood was home because our parents stayed home. So like every porch light was on. It was amazing.
What y'all think about that? Like I told y'all, I had to, delegate myself to, I'm going to be the person that stays home and hands out the candy to the little ones that come. And the missus can go and walk baby girl through the neighborhood and she can grab candy. But if you don't have anyone at home, it's just you. How do you maneuver that? How do you take the little one out to get candy? How does the little people that want candy that come to your house, how do they get candy? You leave it in a bowl. Do you assume that they're going to take one and go? Do you say Santa's watching? How do you maneuver around that? If you can't be present, you can't be on hand. Izzy laughing. She said, "Oh, y'all, they taking the candy." Oh, Sean said, "Not the parents stealing the candy." Yes, it was them. Kisme said, "I'm glad you cut her off. That was just a distraction. She's a damn distraction." But what do you guys think? Halloween night. Should you be able to go to all the houses on the block? Some houses should signal whether they participate or not. How does that look?
All of that's gone. And now nobody's home because everybody is out with their kids, standing on the sidewalk with like your $40 drinks, like, "Oh, don't step on the grass. Did you say thank you?" Your kids should already know how to say thank you. We knew how to say thank you. We know how to stay off the grass because we had fucking manners. No one held our candy bag when it got too heavy. We would haul our body weight in candy. And I want to know who invented the switch witch. Your kids leave out all their candy Halloween night. Some witch comes and takes all of her candy and then gives your kid a present. For fuck's sake. It is Halloween night. Let your kid eat the damn candy. Let them eat till they barf.
Wow. Okay.
No wonder your kids are assholes. If somebody took all my candy after Halloween, I'd be an asshole too.
Damn. She fired a shot at me real quick.
Receive shots fired at squad line 46.
7415, any responding to officers? You have shots fired. Utilize caution.
I will. Damn. No, you guys dispense candy as you please to the little ones, but I don't know if you want them to eat it till they barf.
You are ruining the best holiday ever. You've screwed it all up.
Damn. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay? Right? Why record the kids and post them up? Shaking my head. They should have never left the bucket out. What if nobody's home? That was my question. So how do we do that? If it's not two of us, there's a lot of people, are single. And it's not two of them. So how do they take the little one out for trick-or-treating and still be able to address the kids that come by for candy? Or maybe they just don't get addressed. Maybe their child just goes out into the world and just takes, and they don't give anything. It's something to think about. Because again, this is what I call the family season. I don't particularly call it the holiday season, but it is family season. So I believe this is why family is important, for us to be able to be out in the world getting things accomplished and still have somebody at the home base making sure if anybody needs us, if any unexpected occurrence happens, if somebody needs to pass out candy, it's somebody there. That's why it's home base. So I just want to understand, how it works, or even show you guys that, a lot of the energy that we see around these times is for a reason, and we're going to talk about it. You wouldn't believe how ignorant parents can be, and not just in the hood either. You're not lying. I had to, again, ask a lot of the little people, did they understand how Halloween worked? A lot of people, came to the door. I opened up the door, and multiple little people just walked into my house. Peace to my sis on the check-in. Hey, Karma, hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good week. Karma Coleone is in the building, y'all. Open up the door, a little person just walked in my house. Like, excuse me? I'm sorry, no, you can't go back there. You know how this works? Somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say it. You send your child out into the world to participate with everybody else in reality. Do they know how reality works? Or do it only work the way they want it to? Or the way they expect it to? Or the way you told them it does? How does it work? How does that look? Multiple trick-or-treaters. I come to the door. I got the candy bowl. They in the bowl with their hands. Wait a minute. Do you know how this works? That's not how it works. It's not how Halloween works. You got to ask mom and dad when you get home. They got to sit you down and tell you how Halloween works. I must be the only one. I live in an apartment. I'm leaving a bucket of candy out while I'm not home, even if I live in the house. Okay. I hear that. I'm mad at that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have that same consensus. We just saw a family on the open. Let's see if we can keep going.
On multiple ring cams. Blames kid when confronted.
Wait, what?
Greedy mom caught stealing candy on multiple ring cams. Blames kid when confronted.
Oh.
On you.
Yeah, he was just looking for peanut butter M&Ms. That's it.
Yeah, I know. You took the whole bin, though. I saw you on camera.
Alex.
Thank you.
Come on. Do you need
Did she try to blame her child? Did she try to blame her child when she got caught?
Bin, though. I saw you on camera.
He saw her on camera.
Please leave some for the other kid.
Yeah, he was just looking for peanut butter M&Ms. That's it.
Yeah, I know. You took.
He was looking for peanut butter M&Ms. That's it. First of all, lying right in front of my face. And this is the country that we live in, where you look for what you want on Halloween. You don't just take a candy, be considerate to everybody else. No, Billy. Look in that motherfucker for what you want, what you specifically like, because you know the world is about us. No one else exists in this shit except us. And you don't see how many grown people behave like this? Just this week, I see a bunch of just horrible behavior. But I wondered why. So I started to do some research. You guys are going to see what I found. Let's get back to this chick here. Yeah, I'll say it. Well, her lying ass.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Please leave some for the other kid.
Yeah, he was just calling for peanut butter M&Ms. That's it.
Yeah, I know. You took the whole bin, though. I saw you on camera.
Alex.
Thank you.
Come on. Do you need it? What are you talking about?
Don't leave your candy out there. Excuse me. Don't leave your candy out there. She going in. I could see if they were groceries. It's hard. People are desperate right now. It's sad. It's just candy. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to get something for nothing. And not only do I want something for nothing, I want the maximum, most that I can get for nothing. Shit is deplorable, but this is the mindset. That's why this shit is so transactional. That's why relationships got to be so, what you giving me, I give you one. You give me one, I give you two. One for me, 1, 2 for you, 1, 2 for me, 3. Because they are so they're opportunists. They're looking for opportunities to get something for doing nothing, for doing no work, for spending any money, for putting in any time, for having any consciousness, and they want results. They want favorable results. Shit is deplorable, very childlike, but call her a child. She'll get upset. You are mean to women. You don't like your mother. No, you're a child. You're a child, just like the people who need examples for every goddamn thing, that need to see all types of, give me some, back it up with some sort of reasons and data and give me some examples and grow up. Grow up. Grow up. This is what American people look like. The big kids and the little kids. Always looking for somebody to blame. Always looking for a reason for an excuse. Always looking to come up for doing no work at all. This is America. You know how many people cheating on their time cards right now? You are not doing the work that you say you do, but you know, we ain't even gonna go down that road. We're gonna stay on the Halloween road for now. Leaving candy out as a courtesy. If you can't sit and interact with the kids, don't leave candy. It's like a participation trophy. Especially if people out here like this. Again, that's the plausible deniability part. Nah, I had no idea that this is what people would do in a community where no one has anything. And he at home watching her, shaking my head. I can't with people. You shouldn't. You shouldn't with people. But here's the thing. You should let them know that too. You shouldn't with people. And you should be quick to tell them, I can't with you, and I will not with you. I'm not entertaining this foolery. Just selfishness. If people knowing there will be other treaters coming for candy too, to take it is sad. Give me the best deal. You know what it is, right? Grow up. This is America. Don't catch them slipping, though. This is America. Factoids. This is Halloween, y'all. Happy Halloween, ninjas. What y'all did for Halloween? How'd your little one do for Halloween? Let's pivot a little bit then. Let's pivot. Let's pivot off the candy real quick. We get back to it, but let's pivot. Let's go to decorations. Remember, keep Halloween in mind.
Halloween decorations, but for neighbors on this street and in the town, that is not what they saw. The decorations are garbage bags that resemble bodies hanging from trees with rope. Willis Chambers and his family live across the street and say they were shocked when they first saw it.
When I'm bagging my car out, the first thing I see in the rearview mirror is the silhouette of a black man hanging out of a tree. So the first thing you see, you know, you grew up, you seeing all the movies, you seeing all the stuff in school and different stuff like that. So a lot of it's fear.
Chantel Chambers says law enforcement was called to ask them to take it down. It wasn't until Monday evening when she says City Councilman David Leach spoke with the homeowners. They started to take down the display.
20 or 30 minutes later, he began to start taking it down because there was so many people out here.
They took the hanging bodies out of the tree, but they still left up the person standing there with the hood and the noose in his hand. And
But for neighbors on this street and in the town, that is not what they saw. The decorations are garbage bags that resemble bodies.
What the hell kind of decorations is this? This is decorations, just silhouettes of bodies wrapped in black trash bags with duct tape around them, hanging from a tree in front of a dirty ass house and the lawn not manicured. Like it's really about the whole presentation of this whack ass display you call Halloween decorations. Like, look how lazy we are. Let me just put some cantankerous shit up and call it Halloween decorations. Only in America, man. Only in America. And you know what? I want to bring it back because he said something real operative. That's going to send us down this pumpkin hole. Pause.
Damn, son.
Yeah, no, man. Listen to this, y'all.
It's supposed to be Halloween decorations, but for neighbors on this street and in the town, that is not what they saw. The decorations are garbage bags that resemble bodies hanging from trees with rope. Willis Chambers and his family live across the street and say they were shocked when they first saw it.
when I'm bagging my car out, the first thing I see in the rearview mirror is the silhouette of a black man hanging out of a tree. So the first thing you see, you know, you grew up, you seeing all the movies, you seeing all the stuff in school and different stuff like that. So a lot of it's fear.
Y'all heard what he said? You grow up seeing the movies and in school, they teach it to us. So a lot of it is fear. He ain't lying. And guess what I seen on Halloween that was scary as hell to me? And I ain't scared of hardly shit, but this.
Look at all of God's beautiful creations. God just wants to share a good thing.
All I had was my sister. But I ain't seen her in years. When you think about her, does your heart get full? Yes, ma'am. And she's still alive.
Miss Steely! Time for you to see the world. Ooh, sweet and loving God.
Even if we have to part. Us have one heart.
The color purple.
And when I seen that shit, I was like, y'all just heard what that man said. It's because of the movies and the education and the way that America perpetuates this slave mentality, this slave lifestyle, this pessimistic mindset, this every man in America is who, Arshawn? Mr. Every man gonna leave you and beat you and steal from you. Don't forget about cheat on you. Every man is Mr. But I ain't hear nobody say every woman is the girl that was knocking her man out every chance she got. And the narrative continues. And again, they dropped the trailer on Halloween and the movie's coming out on Christmas Day. Like that shit is some type of gift. A gift to them, to America, to the women that are going to continue to perpetuate this narrative, continue to paint black men as the villain, even when you're looking at one that's been sitting next to his wife for 25 years, loving and adoring and faithful, but you don't hear no fucking claps for me. But go over to where the niggas is locked up all the time, yelling back and forth all the time, talking about the age of consent all the time. I bet you it's 400-500 people watching. Go look at the dragon ladies that's yelling back and forth with the simp ass motherfuckers that they were just friends with a couple of weeks ago, and now they're yelling back and forth at each other because this is just what they do. And I'm gonna tell y'all why they do it too. Stay with me. It's family season, y'all. When you ain't got no family, you get agitated, irritated, lash out, yell out, scream. Pay attention to the climate of people now. They say they don't want no family. They say family ain't important. They say they don't want nobody. Yeah, say that shit when it's everybody got the onesie pajamas on and shit, drinking cocoa. They call it cuffing season for a reason. Fuck is you cuffing? So we're going to talk about it today. I got time today. You need to pop out, do so. Get your headphones. Because as we go on, it gets better. I'm going to give you guys a second to share the stream. I'm going to take a second to catch up on the chat and get myself some extracurricular activities. And you guys share the stream and listen to the lyrics of this song our cousin put together for us because it applies to these clowns.
Too much, you might. 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 Too much, too many crabs in a barrel, but I'd rather hang around family and battle. It's too much, too many dripping in sauce, and I ain't hating on nobody, they can get lost. It's too much, trying to help a nigga out, the only thing they care about is internet cloud. It's too much, niggas sounding like each other and they all dead wrong, they don't even get along. Too much, you might. 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 Too much drip, you might slip. 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 Too much.
Shout out to my little cousin. Shout out to Kevin Madison, Bed-Stuy's finest. What up, cuzzo? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate that drop. Too much drip. You might slip. Too many sounding like each other and they all dead wrong. They don't even get along. Dead wrong. Let's get to the chat, yo. See what we got. To think of others like yourself. Talk about it, Sarah. At least save a little bit of candy. Might be a first timer. What about the first timer? This what we gonna do? This what we doing to the first timer? Jesus Christ. Lord. Ray said, oh no. They couldn't wait to show their love for the Ku Klux Klan. They couldn't wait. Yeah, the files. Oh, I'm going to see that. I know the music gonna be fire. Sing it, Suge Avery. Sing it. I can't with old ninjas, man. They scared of everything. Niggas better get some. Yeah, why make this movie over? Especially if they want us blacks to move forward a whole step back, in my opinion. Never forget. They never forget 9/11. Never forget the Holocaust. And never forget you was a slave, nigga. Remember where you come from, niggas. However, our black women running around here aspiring to be whores. Y'all know who said that. That's the shame lady.
Do something about that, because everybody is not taking care of their stuff. So if it does not apply to you, let it fly. But a lot of you chicks out here, shame, 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 shame.
Yeah, it's from the shame lady herself. She said, send that one in for me. Yep, the holidays bring sadness. Does. Great show, fam. I'm going to catch up. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, sis. Anytime, come through. There's only one Suge. I mean, I feel like when you have knowledge of self, you cannot be overly influenced by entertainment. It's fiction. Absolutely right. But how many people have knowledge of self? 5%. We don't have to think about it. We already know the math. 85% of people is dumb, deaf, and blind. 85%. So I understand what, some people say when they say a lot of people dwell in a particular area of echelon of person, of human. A lot of people really deal with foolery. They welcome it, they love it, but there's 10% of people that really know that it's foolery and they want to do better. And they can, with encouragement, with information, they can. And there's 5% of people that know what it is. Peace to the gods and the earths. That's why I say what I say, very purposely, very concise, and unapologetically. I might not be right, but it's on me. That's on me to get right at my last day when I'm cashing in my chips. But until then, I'm going to stand on what I stand on, and the gods and the earths is always going to be what it is.
I've been in Islam.
Okay.
I've been in Islam since I was 12, 13 years old. Because I was introduced to the 5% Nation of Islam when I was 12 or 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? And it's been that ever since.
They talk about chilling in a b-boy stance and all of this, chilling like this.
I'm a b-boy, standing in my b-boy stance.
A b-boy stance is actually comes from the gods standing in the truth of square. Okay, let me just demonstrate for you real quick.
And this is why we hang our hat and we wave our flag the way we wave it. It's again, I know that there's the NWA and fuck the police, but I do know C. Dolores Tucker was a visionary. That woman was seeing things that you couldn't see, and she tried to tell y'all, if y'all continue down this road, look at the way your families are going to be. Look at how your children are going to be. Look at how the community is going to be. And look at it right now today. So, you know, I hear y'all. A lot of us was young and we was on C. Dolores Tucker. We was on her neck and she wasn't right. But a lot of us was fucking conscious people. We like BDP and Mos Def and Talib Kweli and Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. We wasn't down with that shit. It's called conscious rap. Y'all heard of Tribe Called Quest and the X-Clan and the motherfuckers that told you this?
They have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction.
See those people sitting at that table? That's 5% nation. People had knowledge of self. King Just, KRS-One, the teacher. These people had knowledge. These people were not with the fuckery and the foolery. But again, you hear what they're talking about? The gods in hip hop. Hip hop saying self-destruction. I hear y'all motherfuckers talking about rap. Gangster rap. This new school rap. That shit ain't hip hop. Hip hop consists of MCing, DJing, graffiti, breakdance. Again, all of y'all other regions of America that has taken the music, what other aspects of hip hop have y'all taken? What parts of the knowledge and the history have y'all taken? Y'all just took the music and turned the shit into Dr. Seuss. Hat, cat, mat. Up, what, tuck. Bing, ding, ring. Y'all don't fucking rap at all, you fucking Dr. Seuss, corny ass rappers from other regions. Y'all all fucked it up, if you ask me. Most of y'all motherfuckers can't even articulate. How you gonna use a profession that is based on words when you don't know words? Now I'm talking about y'all there. So yeah, I get everybody has a point of view and the South got something to say. That's when we fucked up. The East Coast, New York City was doing just fine. Y'all could have made up y'all own genre of music and called it whatever the fuck y'all wanted to. But now we got motherfuckers talking about our music, our lingo, criticizing pause. Y'all not even from New York. How the fuck you even got something to say about pause, nigga? Keep your down south, Midwest, overseas, West Coast. Keep that shit down there. We from New York. New York. And if you want to get at me, just ask somebody that you know in Bed-Stuy about Shawno from Bed-Stuy. But, oh, my bad, you don't know no fucking body in Bed-Stuy. I tell you this, a nigga in New York knows somebody every fucking where. So it's only a phone call for us tough guys. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program.
A truth of square is when you just stand there with your feet at a 45-degree angle, goes hand in hand, and you standing right over left.
I want to start off by saying peace to Allah and justice. You see, because they're going to straighten all.
Y'all hear the raps? Do y'all hear what the lyrics consist of? It don't consist of bow, 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 bow. It's not no fucking lyric. They take up 8 bars with that bullshit. And we got people really just having back and forths about music and, oh, you know, hip hop and it started. They're like, I'm just listening like these are some non-New York motherfuckers talking about the start of something that they have nothing to do with. You picked it up when your fucking New York cousin came from out of town and told you what it was, nigga. Y'all niggas need to stay in y'all motherfucking lanes, and y'all ain't flying all over the place to fight each other. Are you gonna be mad on the plane and mad at customs? What if they sit you next to a little kid on the plane? Y'all niggas is so passionate about little kids. If you get mad at me and you want to fly to Baltimore, yeah, good luck with that. Y'all niggas ain't coming to Baltimore at all. Put my fucking address on the screen and y'all niggas ain't coming. But here's the thing though. Are you gonna be mad the entire time when you're in travel en route to beat this person up on the plane, getting your bag, in the cab, at the hotel, when you check in? You mad the whole time? You want some peanuts, sir? You want a chicken dinner or a fish? Blah, 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 blah. Calm down. It's not that serious. It's family time of year. Concentrate on pouring into your loved ones, being an inspiration. Let's get to the check-ins. Got some rights and truths. Master Teacher KRS-One, yes indeed. I don't know what this stuff is now. There's no way to know. It's impossible to know. Shout out to my guy World Class on the check-in. He said, we up. You already, boy. Already, man. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. I see you having an interesting week. You keep fighting a good fight, though, man. I see you out here. You see what my sis said in the words of the notorious E. Blizzy. She said, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. Bring the guards back. Oh, before we bring the guards back. All right, everybody. It's that time of the show. We got there pretty early this week. It's your fault, Noble. Well, you know. He said laugh out loud. It actually did this time. Thought it was a joke, too.
And you standing right over left.
I want to start off by saying peace to Allah and justice.
Yes.
You see, because they're going to straighten all this out. Here's how I know. You see, each and every day.
The 5% Nation of Islam is a division of the Nation of Islam that was created by the father Clarence 13X.
The guards would be at the block parties, standing in their Truth or Square, and then the 85s would see this and just think it's a cool way to stand.
The 85 see what the 5% is doing, and they think it's cool, so they do it. Just like in our 30s and 40s and 50s, growing up is cool. Being mature is cool. Being the bigger person is cool. Not responding to shit is cool. You do not have to drag yourself down to the level of somebody else, some 85er in particular, just to prove that you ain't no 85er. Because trust me, from across the street, can't nobody tell the difference.
Square, and then the 85s would see this and just think it's a cool way to stand.
I want to know everything and teach them like this way.
Kip was really tough. His name turned to Rashawn because he was a 5%er.
Peace to the gods, man. I said it before and I'll say it again. It was a certain inspiration and a trajectory that they wanted with our music. It just went a different way. It's what we see today. But back to our regularly scheduled program, we're talking about Halloween. How was y'all Halloween? Do you partake? Maybe not. Dr. Umar had his thoughts. But it's a Halloween surprise from me today. Season just passed, which opens the door to the holiday season. Thanksgiving, Christmas coming. I call it family season. I really love my family. I appreciate them in these cold winter months. I appreciate the curation of my home from the missus. I appreciate the respect and admiration I get from my children. I appreciate the extra things that I'm able to do for my community. I appreciate where I came from and where I am now without having a dad, without having a mom for a long period of time, for having my brother as a mentor and a friend and a brother and a father. It's something to reflect on. And I also see Halloween. So does Dad. Wow, Dad. This is what we're dealing with. That's not my mic. That's them. Like mice. Like they sound like damn mice. Come on, Dad. This what we teaching, little man? This what we teaching them to do? Like, it's really crazy that we expect roses to grow through concrete. We're instilling no values, no morals in these younger people. That's why I call them little kids and big kids, because it's hard to differentiate. All just look like kids to me. Everybody is selfish, self-absorbed, only care about their agenda, what they're trying to prove. It's self-destruction. You headed for self-destruction. No different than the modern women that contribute to their own demise. It's self-destruction. You're destroying yourself. Self?
America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction.
Nobody has to even do anything anymore. Do it to yourself. But we got one message over here. Well, maybe two. The first one is always the most prominent in our thesis statement.
Shame. Shame.
Yep. But there's another one too, and it's this.
Hey, little kids don't follow these dope habits.
Shout out to Slick Rick. Shout out to the ruler, Slick Rick. Little kids don't follow these dopes. They not it. They are not it. No information, no curation, no direction, no guidance. And it's really hard to unsee it once you see it. So I kept diving down the rabbit hole of Halloween, and it started me to thinking that Halloween's been stolen. And it wasn't the Grinch neither. Don't think it was the Grinch. I know what you're thinking. The Grinch, that mother, he stole Christmas. So he probably is the one that stole Halloween. But no, you would be wrong. It's almost vegan hot chocolate time. Get you a cup, man. All praises due to the Most High. Allah. Honor be unto whom it's due. Peace to you, God. He said, wow, this is how we behaving. That's crazy. Dad, instilling these morals in this little man, soon to be a man, gonna one day be a man. It's been a heck of a time of mass destruction lately. Mass destruction. Drelly on the check-in. What up, Drelly? Drelly, it's a Halloween surprise today, Drelly. Halloween has been stolen, y'all. Halloween has been stolen. I'm not lying. Y'all don't believe me?
Halloween, I want to know. Well, let me say this first. Women, y'all stole Halloween from the kids. Y'all pop out so naked every Halloween. Like, it ain't even the kids no more. It's y'all.
There's the culprit. They're going to be mad. You blame black women for everything. Why y'all be doing the most, though? Why y'all be doing the most? So Halloween ain't about the kids no more. It's about naked girls. That's what Halloween's about. They stole Halloween. Shout out to AR on the check. What up, AR? Y'all better find Halloween, get it back. Getting preposterous. Start to think, I wonder how that starts. I wonder how that starts. Starts like this.
Happy Halloween. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul. Still you're doomed tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shiver, be surprised when you hear these zombies shriek. We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should. Cause spooky, scary skeletons shall stop like surely scream. They'll sneak from their sarcophagus.
Give the little kids their Halloween back. Give the little kids their Halloween back. See what AR said? Halloween is now Halloween. He mean? He wrong? I don't think he wrong. They say it theyself. Actually, they say more than that. They say, if you not a hoe, then you against hoes. Ain't that what they say? Am I lying? Halloween is now Halloween. It's been stolen.
So this is what y'all be doing on these girls' trip.
We came to hoe and go. If you just going and not hoeing, hey, baby, you might need to wait for the church retreat. You might not need to come on this trip.
You ain't got to hoe. Everybody do
what they want to do. I'm pro-choice.
No, because when you're not pro-ho, you're anti-ho. I'm sorry. If you're not pro-ho, you're anti. And you are not welcome up in here. We are supporters of sluts, whores, dick suckers, and all things above. Okay?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Houston didn't come to play. I went to one neighborhood because my kids got school tomorrow. But let me show y'all Big Candy.
Y'all see it?
Do
you see it? Because it goes deeper than just a statement that you think is for shock value, because you could be a whore for more than just, giving up your private area. This is a candy whore. You're sending your child out to get unreasonable amounts of candy. Who needs this much candy? Y'all hear her voice and her cadence, and is she smacking while she's talking? Cow, baby. Let me tell you, baby.
Let me tell y'all. Houston didn't come to play.
Y'all think being a hoe is just with your vagina? This is what you do for some candy. Just take whatever you want. He was looking for the Reese's peanut cup, so he was looking for a specific candy that he want on Halloween. That's how Halloween works. This shit is deeper than just giving out some candy on Halloween, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all why in a second.
I went to one neighborhood because my kids got school tomorrow. But let me show y'all.
I can't get past the fucking smacking. But if I call her a heifer, I'm wrong. Sis shaking her head. Quincy shaking his head. AR is exchanging the pleasantries. She needs a walking STD testing kit ASAP. Of course, again, here's the sisters as the poster child for debauchery. Shaking my head. I really need a shame button. You do. We got one, though. Let's see. Do it work?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But when white people don't want to be around us, it's racism or being wise. It's the question. And he laughed at the end, too. So you guys, go with it. Quincy said, I'll do it then. Pepper. And again, what I want to do is let's get serious about it now, y'all. Like I said, holidays are approaching. Family time is approaching. Beware mental health. This time of year, it's real. But even deeper than that, let's get scientific. Let's get a little cerebral with it. Do you guys know?
Come and have a good time with G.O.D.
Tonight is daylight saving time tonight. Y'all know that? Set your clock back and get you some extra sleep. But what does that do to our bodies? What does that do to our mindsets? Our thinking, our diet? Losing that hour. Does anybody else do that? Everyone does that? Are we the only ones that do it? It started me to thinking. So I dived down a rabbit hole. And since I went, you guys gotta come with me. Let's go.
is a mental health professional and human. Why, you ask? And that is because today we go from daylight savings back to standard time. So let me get this straight. We're going into winter, a time where we're inherently less happy because it's colder and we have less sunlight in our responses. Let's take away another hour of sunlight because you. This time change is linked to worsening of mental health symptoms like suicidality and hospitalizations and makes conditions like depression or seasonal affective disorder worse. During the time shifts, there's an increased risk of heart attack and stroke. Also, we lose a lot of money because of loss of economic productivity. We finally decided to address this with the Sunshine Protection Act. We could have had it by now because it passed in the Senate, but the House was like, The opponent's main issue with it is, well, this is the way we've always done it, and, well, the kids may have to walk to school in the dark. Who? The population with the best vision? And I'm sure kids would probably rather play outside in the sunlight after school.
They sure was able to see that candy they was stealing. See how we make excuses, plausible deniability, all of the things that we speak about over here, you know, these little channels with no viewers and no content. This is what happens. We got the kids that have the most astuteness when it comes to stealing, twerking, not reading, electronics, Stranger Things. But when it's time for, you know, opening up a book or behaving with some integrity or getting down off that table, now it depends. You can't talk to them like that. Everybody might be walking around with mental illness. You're not lying. Daylight saving time got a little bit to do with it. We do it all the time, twice a year.
Today is my least favorite day as a mental health professional and human. Why, you ask? And that is because today we go from daylight savings back to standard time. So let me get this straight. We're going into winter, a time where we're inherently less happy because it's colder and we have less sunlight in our responses. Let's take away another hour of sunlight.
We're less happy because it's colder. So we taking away some sunlight.
Because you. This time change is linked to worsening of mental health symptoms like suicidality and hospitalizations and makes conditions like depression or seasonal affective disorder worse. During the time shifts, there's an increased risk of heart attack and stroke.
I have so many friends that pass away around daylight saving time. Baby, did I just lose a friend? Yeah. Like just. One of my mentors. Rest in peace, Feats. I'm gonna miss you, man. That first step you taught me, I love it. I love you. I love what you did for our community, what you did for basketball. And I just lost him. Coincidence? We really think that we're not connected, that there's no divine power, that there's no universal law that we all have to abide by. And we live in a world that manipulates it and adjusts it upon its whim. And we have to fight against that. So again, you know, I hear to each his own, and I don't need nobody, and everybody don't need to be married, and all of that shit. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. Fall in the shower by yourself without a medical alert bracelet and Alexa. Go ahead, do it by yourself. See how quick somebody gets to you. When it's time to check into the nursing home and you ain't got nobody to look after you, see what they did to you, if anybody even shifted you, you got bed sores. Nobody came to see. Nobody's coming for this motherfucker. They have no one because you don't need nobody.
Also, we lose a lot of money because of loss of economic productivity. We finally decided to address this with the Sunshine Protection Act. We could have had it by now because it passed in the Senate, but the House was like, The opponent's main issue with it is, well, this is the way we've always done it, and, well, the kids may have to walk to school in the dark. Who? The population with the best vision? And I'm sure kids would probably rather play outside in the sunlight after school.
Why do we do that? The more sunlight later in the day, why do you want to give us more sunlight at 6 o'clock in the morning when most people sleeping? Y'all tell me.
Come and have a good time with G.O.D.
Most people sleeping.
Sunlight in the morning is pretty meaningless because most people are indoors and at work anyways. In response to this, I will be practicing civil disobedience. Instead of Central Time, I will now be on Eastern Time. So do you agree with me, or should we keep it the way it's always been?
What you think? Think it can have an effect? Thinks it has some validity? Daylight saving time? See what we talking about in the chat. Children have to go through 18 years of brainwashing living with mothers like her. How can kids possibly be any better? A rose growing through concrete? And then we criticize the rose. Throws us off. Oh, Lord. This time of year is when I go hard on the self-protection. Absolutely, sis. You be careful out there. We a phone call away. Sorry for your loss. Thank you, man. Good brother, man. One of my basketball mentors. Good brother. The main reason I stay in Southern Florida is this very reason. I need a more tropical climate for my overall happiness. Absolutely. Shout out to Florida. We thinking about coming to Florida, Quantum. So shout out to you. We may be getting closer. We got a lot of family in Florida. Shout out to my brother, Triple L. What up, though? Shout out to my mother, Mommy. Hey. Yeah, we got crew in Florida, man. Daylight saving time, y'all. What y'all think? See if I can drive this nail a little further through the wood. Pause.
Back in 1918 was Woodrow Wilson in World War I, following Germany's lead to save energy during the war. This concept, it didn't work then either.
Wait a minute. Daylight saving time is an idea from some fucking body else and the shit ain't even work? Some bullshit.
Basis of daylight savings time back in 1918 was Woodrow Wilson in World War I, following Germany's lead to save energy during the war. This concept, it didn't work then either. It's kind of nutty that we kind of superficially impose this switch of when noon is for our country when it's not aligned with our own personal benefit. It actually historically has been increased the chances of accidents. It increases the chances of heart disease, heart attacks, strokes go up in those days. But the long-term impact is that misalignment from noon continues for the entire period of time. And then we go back. And our biology has to get back to our regular process. So that's why physicians, myself, and scientists like myself are vehemently opposed to daylight savings time, period. The base.
Vehemently opposed to daylight saving time, period. These are logical thinkers, scientists, people doing research, getting the data. Shit is meaningless. All it do is throw your body clock off, throw your timing off, and then you got to work to readjust. And you don't even notice it. For some, it's very subconscious because they don't have the consciousness. Oh, you know, my tastes, they change every once in a while. And, you know, I can't sleep at night. You know, every once in a while, you don't even know what's going on. You don't even realize it. The irritability, the agitation, the outbursts. Take a note. around October, November, December, January. Why we don't see it in June and July when it's all nice and springy and everybody barbecuey and everybody is goofing off? But here come those winter months. Gets a little different. Consideration applies to everyone, everyone, even the little damn kids and the big damn kids. If you want consideration, you better be given some. And you need to be teaching these little people like they're going to be big people one day. Because right now we're not behaving as such. Like my wife would say, we're behaving like this. This is what we got. This is what we're dealing with. Teach them consideration. Tell them that shit ain't right. You think about other people on a day like Halloween? Are you serious? Like Arshawn said, it's not groceries. It's not. What are you really capitalizing off of this? But this is the long-term thinking we don't put into our children as parents, as conscious adults. We don't think that these little people will grow up to be bigger, entitled people that go around taking things, and that's going to have horrible consequences. But we as parents have to take the time to tell them things like this. Let's keep talking about daylight saving time.
And what it does for seasonal affective disorders, sleep issues. I got a little bit of history. First of all, most parts of the United States observe what is known as daylight savings time, or the turning back, or it's spring forward and fall back. That's a way to remember it. So each year, beginning on the second Sunday in March, the clocks are set ahead. So in March, we set them 1 hour ahead, right? That's coming up. So get ready. We're basically, when we do that, we lose the hour, right? So then on the first Sunday in November, right, in a couple months from now, about 6 months, I believe, they're set back to the standard time. So since its adoption by Congress in 1918, there's been ongoing controversy. There's always been controversy about this, about daylight savings time. A lot of people argue that it reduces energy consumption and improves the economy. But there's others that say there's potential health and safety issues, right? Such as an increased risk of heart attacks or traffic accidents, right? Another concern about, as far as health really goes, is its effect on mood disorders like seasonal affective disorder or seasonal depression is definitely something that can be a problem for lots of people. Daylight savings time. We're talking about how it affects your health. The daylight savings time can unfortunately help to increase these things because you're throwing your body off. Now, why does that happen, right? The first thing that causes seasonal depression is our bodies have this thing that's called a circadian rhythm, right? So it's like this rhythm that your body has, and it's an internal clock, right? Now, this clock cycles us throughout the entire daily period of light and dark, sleep and wakefulness, right? Some people have more issues with their circadian rhythm and sleep disorders. Other people don't. Then there's things like seasonal affective disorder and daylight savings time that have a big effect on the circadian rhythm, right? Our internal clock is based upon exposure to this light, right? So if we're making the sun come up earlier, according to our time, it can definitely affect these rhythms. During the fall and the winter, when the days are shorter, our body clock can become disrupted due to the lack of exposure to sunlight, right? This can lead to those seasonal depression symptoms like we were talking about, the sadness, the losing interest in things previously enjoyed, eating more, sleeping too much. Obviously, people who are affected by seasonal depression are way more prone to daylight savings time. So it's thought that these changes can make the depression worse by even further disrupting the body's clock.
You guys are listening? Because again, these family times, these holiday times, these winter months, extremely important. We have to be aware that mental health is a real thing. And this time of year, it's even more pervasive. And on a day like today, a weekend like this weekend we're seeing, a week like the past week we've seen, and the climate of the world we live in, we've become to practice this rhythm. It's not circadian, it's more of YouTubian. This YouTubian rhythm is deplorable. And again, look right now at the climate. Is it coincidence that it's this time of year, that daylight saving time is tonight, and people acting like it's a full moon outside, yelling and screaming for no reason over something of no importance? Unbelievable. I'm gonna show you how to stay out the way. Make original content. Stand on your square, unapologetically, unable to be wavered, especially by some people with low integrity, highly confrontational, lowly vibrational. Damn, to say that. The best response is no response, especially when they want you to respond. You know what I mean? Let them keep taking shots. Good luck. But mental health is a real thing, y'all. And this time of year, man, it shows. Cheer up. You're a snuggle buddy.
People who are affected by seasonal depression are way more prone to daylight savings time.
Watch out for that daylight saving time. It's tonight.
So it's thought that these changes can make the depression worse by even further disrupting the body's clock, that internal clock we were talking about. A study published in 2017 found that there was an 11% increase in depressive episodes during the switch from daylight savings time to standard time. Okay. How does daylight savings affect people with insomnia? Oh, makes it even worse. Actually, that's what we were I have a whole section on sleep as well. I have a section about how daylight savings affects sleep. So we're going to get to that.
Do people even notice that
savings time and what it does for
that it's off? I don't think they have any idea. I don't think they have the consciousness to even understand. They just chalk it up as, sometimes I just can't sleep. And no, it's a reason. Well, let's finish this up before we unpack.
We're talking about daylight savings time and what it does for seasonal affective disorders, sleep issues. I got a little bit of history. First of all, most parts of the United States observe what is known as daylight savings time, or the turning.
I'm sorry. I thought that was the last one. Let's get the last one. What do you guys think? Any validity to what you're hearing so far? Or is it just, just smoke? You guys let me know. Is that the last one? I think that was it. Well, you guys let me know what y'all think. Again, I can understand the time of the year that it is. People can be temperamental, can be volatile. We have to be astute and aware. Family time is coming. Thanksgiving, Christmas. Again, we don't say these things to be mean, more to be realistic. And I can show y'all what we're doing in New York on Halloween before we unpack further. Shout out to New York City. Do you know the Thriller dance? You know the Thriller dance? Did you get out there with them and get it popping? That's New York shit right there. But like I said, man, it's that time of the year. You guys seen what I put up. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, family time. And I know a lot of people say, you know, I don't want nobody and relationships ain't that important and everybody don't want to be in a relationship. Cap?
Everybody else do they and then it's like, well, what about my and then they can't help me with my at all. I just want to find a companion. I know you do. I can't even go on online dating because I did that. I'm waiting for a friend to do it. Nope, that ain't working either. You know what I mean?
So you just got to be patient, Punk.
How patient more do I have to be?
God,
have you heard of the
so
roles?
funny.
You don't need the roles because you got your own internal roles.
They don't like that. You see the face right there? They don't like when you got your own internal roles. See, but here's the thing. All you got to do is be nice and pleasant and agreeable. You can have your own in-house roles too. Just got to be nice to a man. Be nice to a man once. Just be nice. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Remember, girls were made from that? They not made from that no goddamn more. The ones that are, I appreciate y'all, and I shout y'all out every chance I get. It's going to be coming up in a little bit. I'm about to just put all of y'all names on a slidey thing and just slide it across every week. They need to know who y'all are. Look at her. Look what she said about her sister who got somebody. Look at her face. You got somebody. Can't stand you. This is how they operate. Rose ain't working. Her rose ain't. Y'all really think that this shit is a shot when y'all, you know, you don't need a man. You can go and get you some toys and that shit ain't no shot. You think it's a shot. That ain't no shot. Them roses and shit get boring. That shit ain't got no pulse. No vein running down.
You got your own internal roles.
What's the rose?
It don't work for me, but it's a vibrator.
It don't work for you.
I was trying to do it with the rabbit,
What's
and it
the
didn't work
rabbit?
either.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The rose don't work. She got the damn rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, and he don't go down the hole. Again, y'all keep playing, acting like this shit is a game. This ain't no game. Them shits run out. That shit get boring. Y'all keep listening to these hyenas. Keep listening to these hyenas if y'all want to. Look at their behavior. Look at what they participate and give their access to in real life and electronically. Close your damn actual and virtual legs, ladies. Let's get back to Lisa.
But it's a vibrator.
It don't work for you.
And
What's
it
the
didn't work
rabbit?
either. The rabbit is like the dildo with the little tickler and then the vibration and the motion.
God damn. What else she need? God damn. I don't even know what sound to play for some shit like that. What sound, y'all? What do we what? None of it works?
Damn, son.
None of it works? You do all that? No, she's describing it too. The hand motions. Ooh, the brat like ooh. Damn. Let's take it from top.
I was trying to do it with the rabbit,
What's
and it
the
didn't work
rabbit?
either. The rabbit is like the dildo with the little tickler, and then the vibration and the motion. Like that.
I'm finna go.
No, it's supposed to be real good, right?
I don't
But see,
do those.
when I get to doing it, and I be like, oh, no, no, and then I stop. So I need the physical body on me.
The body.
When it's cold outside, girl, who you holding? They act like it's just words. It's not just words. You hear the word protection and you hear the word submission and you hear these buzzwords, but the overall thing is that you need somebody that you can, number one, prove to the world you can get along with somebody. Like, how do we even know you're an agreeable person? Oh, because you say you are. Oh, because you say you not like everybody else. Because you say you unique. You different. You loyal. What else is you? What's one of your bad qualities? Well, you know, I let people take advantage of me too much. I'm just too nice.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Hey, Doc. Hope all is well, sir. Hope you had a good week. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. The moment men and women who want real love and relationships embrace authenticity is the moment we get closer to it. Try to grasp something with clenched hands is impossible. Let go to receive. My brother. Can't put that no better. She had the opportunity to do that. She had the opportunity to realistically embrace love, let go and receive. Lisa Ray's a unique individual. You guys see. Y'all see Diamond. Cubic zirconia.
I'm finna go.
No, it's supposed to be real good, right?
I don't
But see,
do those.
when I get to doing it, and I be like, oh, no, no, and then I stop. So I need the physical body on me.
The body.
Because that's what turns me on.
Yeah, for most of us, that's why it's called sex. That's why we hold it in such a high esteem. That's why we like for it to be with other people. That's why we aspire to do it like that. Again, you guys heard me when I asked the kids, do you know how Halloween works? Do you know how sex works, Lisa? You need to be nice to a person so that they'll want to have sex with you. The nicer you are, the longer they'll want to have sex with you over and over again. They'll keep you and you'll keep them for really long amounts of time. That's how you show that you love, admire, care. It's how you show these things. But it all starts with being nice to somebody. But again, the holiday season, the daylight time saving season, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, y'all.
About it, but before I do, I need people, if you were a parent who was like touched out by your children, I do not want to see you in the comments. If you are someone with any kind of neurodivergency and it manifests or shows up as you not liking touch or people touching you, I do not want to see you in the comments, okay? But I feel like I'm dying from like touch starvation, y'all. I don't get hugs. I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces.
Y'all hear this? You hear the vulnerability people try to show us. They try to show us where we are. Again, I don't think any of these are skits. I don't think I ever seen a skit in my life. I don't care if two people set up a dialogue and a camera and intentionally put it in play. I know it's happened somewhere to someone at some time in history. If not, it's going to. This is the first place I come to where everything is excused away. Oh, it's a skit. Oh, it's a skit. Oh, it's a skit. Oh, y'all are crazy. What's wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Even if it is a skit, it's an amazing conversation we can have, a mature conversation that we can have. But we're not going to do that, right? We're not going to have a mature conversation that we get all the way to the end of. You know why? Because some of y'all ain't loved. Some of y'all ain't touched. Some of y'all ain't cared for. Some of y'all are not companion worthy, agreeable, pleasant. Men and women alike. And I think it makes sense why you always want to invite somebody to fly over to your house or take a bus trip over to your house or a car ride over to your house, because you really just need somebody to be around you. You really need to be touched. Because if you don't like me, why would you want to grab me, roll on the floor with me? You don't like me. Because I damn sure don't even want to be near you. If I don't like you, you will never put your hands on me. Some people that I like don't even touch me. It's just not what we do. Personal space is personal space. So again, maybe I'm different because I'm a New Yorker, but a lot of this stuff doesn't even need to be entertained if you understand who you are, what your purpose is, where your integrity lies, what your plans and objective is. But if you're not that sure, you can be, 4 men one moment, and then 4 women the next moment, and then, a champion of the people at one moment, and then a attacker of the people another moment. And hey, little kids and big kids.
Hey, little kids, don't follow these dope habits.
Don't follow them. Hope y'all brought popcorn today. So I put some work into today's show.
Are these people doing besides running a capitalistic hustle on black people who desire to do something? You mean to tell me that as long as a person is being seen because they making money off the black community, that's doing work? You making money off of poor people? Poor people who are destitute and desperate to see some type of change that just don't know how to go about the damn change? Your answer is to sell them a fucking tape? Your answer is to sell them a ticket to a fucking convention? Same thing that David Banner is doing, sell them a ticket to come hear you talk? Sell them a book, sell them a CD? This is all y'all doing? Sell them a book, sell them a CD? This is all y'all doing? People up in arms, all the way up in arms, because I make a bold claim that I stand on 100%. And this claim is men are incapable of love. That's right, I said they are not capable of love. Now, before you think I'm just coming up with some shock value talking point, first consider that I have a book that I've written called The 5 Components of Love. So far on Amazon, the people who have...
We can kick it, I need stimulation intellectually, sapiosexually. I feel electricity when you're next to me. You got that fine-tuned energy, divine masculinity, and yes, I desire for you to enter me. Though you's a physical entity, the spiritual chemistry connects us on the level of infinity. Cause what I'm seeing is a god like big dark chocolate in color, the same one they call nigga now. You got me feeling like yes, you a king to me, you a king to me.
little kids don't follow these dope ass.
Word up. Don't do it. Because I'm amends. I'm amends. At least last time I checked, I was amends.
Damn, son.
And I love my mom. I lost her at 9 years old. I love her. My grandma, my auntie, my brother, my uncles, aunties, cousins. I love those people. They made me who I am today. They showed me the possibilities of who I could be. My friends from Bed-Stuy, I love them. All the way up until I'm watching them go into the ground. Until I'm standing up, speaking to their family, telling their sons that I'm always going to be here for you. And these are not just words. When I'm texting to check on the loved ones of friends I've recently lost, like, yo, you all right? Just checking in. Shit still, fucks me up too, but I'm just checking in. Nephew, I'm here. You know that. I told my brother I made a promise to him, and I'm keeping that. Just checking in. I love my wife. I love this woman that walked up to me in a nightclub and put her life in my hands. I love her unequivocally. I don't love her unconditionally. It's some things that she can do. But I love her. I love her through the ups, through the downs, through the goods, through the bads. She had a full hysterectomy. I loved her every day. Made sure she was all right, took care of my family. Y'all see her right here behind me? I'm not telling y'all no lies. I love this woman. I've been with her more than anybody in my life. We going on 26 years in January. 26 years in January. She know me better than anybody in the world. I love this woman. I love my children, my son, my 3 daughters, my godchildren, my extended children, my adopted children, foster children. I love them. I'm here for them. I'm at the other end of the phone if ever they call. The children this woman produced for me, I love them. I got an almost 25-year-old upstairs right now doing laundry, burning my lights and watching the cable and coming down to see what's in the refrigerator. I love these people. I chose these people. This is the only love I was going to get when my mother left at 9 years old and I never knew my father. I know I had to create a family that was going to love me for who I am and what I can give to them and what I can bring to the family. And I do it unapologetically because of the love that I have for them and the love that they show me. So to hear somebody say that a man can't love at the same time selling books is wrong, but you selling a book. Like I said, I see them all the time yelling and screaming at each other. So when you're talking about all men, be careful. Some men are different than others. I will give you that, but men are completely capable of love. And don't even go over the Angry Man channel and see what he said, because he says it a lot better than me. Shout out to the Angry Man and shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes for making me a part of an amazing conversation about this particular subject. So y'all go over and check out Angry Man's stream, man, on this reaction to this sentiment that men are incapable of love. And I'll end it with this.
Where the fuck you get off talking to people about me behind my back going over my head?
What people?
What people would you think I wasn't gonna find out? Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
Because I know what it is. I know where that comes from. That comes from where this spew that this lady is, you know, giving us right now. Same place Lisa Ray's come from.
Or shows up as you not liking touch or people touching you, I do not want to see you in the comments. Okay? But I feel like I'm dying from like touch starvation, y'all. I don't get hugs. I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces. I don't. How do you deal with that? I really like need to be like touched. And I know someone's gonna say like, okay, go to the salon and get your hair done, or get a massage, or get your nails done, right? So someone can hold your hand. None of those people love me. None of those services love me. Right? But I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling with like, I don't get hugs. That shit is
What you guys think? She don't get hugs. She don't get physical touch. Y'all tell me. Harpo, who this woman? That shit is lit. Shout out to my sister. Red Lipstick Vibes checked in. She said, "You a king to me. You a king to me."
Need to be right. Hellfire in the mouth, woman.
Going in. Shout out to Mrs. She Said. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Mrs. She Said. I appreciate you, girl.
Do something about that, because everybody is not taking care of their stuff. So if it does not apply to you, let it fly. But a lot of you chicks out here.
Shout out to you, Mrs. If it don't apply, let it fly. From the first day when you were saying shame, that was the other thing you were saying. Listen now. If it don't apply, let it fly. If it don't apply, let it fly. Man. Quantum said 100. Shout out to y'all, the real ones. We appreciate you, Sarah. We appreciate you all the way up. Word, right? Clapping. He said, bravo. Bravo, sir. Sis said, shaking my damn head. Brother starting trouble. She definitely being honest. This is a conversation that should be had with her partner. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. But again, you know, the opportunities we squander, the relationships that we don't have, that don't work out for whatever reason, hindsight becomes 2020. And again, you know, we call it men being insensitive and men bashing women and dragging, where we are not. We are not. 65 to 85 is 20 long years. You ready for it? So many people record messages like this as a cry out for real love. Not necessarily sexual intimacy, but authentic love. The science test, when they loved one child but denied another, was real. You are not lying. Not one bit. They just want love. No sexual things attached. But again, that's where the community comes in, Doc. This is why blended families shouldn't be just when you say. Blended families shouldn't be just when my wife wants to adopt, when she wants to surrogate, when she wants to respite, when she wants to take care of a relative's child. It shouldn't be just then when she, no. It should be if that young lady right there is a nice young lady and she needs covering, she needs community, she needs help. Us as a stable family, we can provide that for her. We can guide her in the right path until she can find somebody. That's not how they look at it here in America. Again, opportunistic, like the people we seen stealing candy. You just got to get something for nothing. You got to get one over. You got to have one up. You got to have the say. But like you said, automatically, simple-minded 5% ass American mind goes straight to sex. Well, who house you gonna be at on Tuesday? Who house you gonna be at on Thursday? What? Stupid. Pessimistic, small mindset. The child who was brought up without human touch died young. He's not lying. We seen it on a movie when they were stuck on the island and time was kind of speeded forward. The baby died from neglect and it was like a second they turned their back. But yes, no physical touch, no physical love, no affection. Absolutely. Now, Doc, turn that mirror on YouTube, these streets, these panels, the way people act, the way they behave, yell and scream over what? Over what? It's November. It's family time coming up. You should be thinking about curating the home, making it smell like that cinnamon, cranberry, orange, that concoction that just make it smell like autumn in your house. Do y'all know about that? If not, go out and check Mr.HeSaid's TikTok page. I think she just put it up there. Makes the house smell amazing, like autumn in the house. This is what we should be focusing on this time of year. Curating a nice, healthy meal that's still going to be delicious for our family at holiday time. Nope, everybody lazy. Wait till the day before, and what we having? Same thing we have all of the time. Greens, beans, tomatoes, potato, chicken, ham, turkey, soda, grease, sugar, salt. Nobody thinking about that. And again, this all started from Halloween. Look at the temperament. Y'all know I'm big on sports. How you practice, that's how you play. Practice makes perfect. You get better at the things you practice. Look what we did for Halloween. Now we getting ready to sit at the table and get fatter than we already are for Thanksgiving. Because you know it's cold and dark and we lonely, so we eating more. And then here comes Christmas, where we give these fucking entitled motherfuckers all of the shit that they don't deserve or didn't work for throughout the year. And we wonder why we got a bunch of fat entitled people walking around this country. Because this is what we cultivate. Y'all think I'm lying?
I'm tired of being alone. I'm so tired of trying to find love from him. I mean, damn. I may not be pretty to somebody, but goddamn, I'm pretty to me. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm tired of this bullshit. I don't understand why the fuck am I still living. I just want to be somebody's girlfriend, somebody's wife, somebody's something. I deserve to fucking be happy too. Why the fuck can't I be happy? I'm tired.
What y'all think? What y'all think? Again, I see a lot of people that have her same sentiment. They might not say it. They might not have that demeanor. They may come at you like, rah, 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 rah. You ain't better not say nothing about me because I'm gonna say something about you. And it's the same shit. It just looks different. It's the same animal. The people who act like this, they are not being touched. They say they are, but they not. I just seen a young lady like, are you married or not? This chick was married last week. She get into an argument with somebody, and the first thing they say is, you need to go get you a man. She ain't say, I'm married. What are you talking about? She ain't say that. I'm like, these people are something. And again, you know, the first ones to sit in the box and tell you that relationships ain't good. Marriage ain't good. Marriage is a modern day form of prostitution. This is what they say. This is men. We on to the men right now. And you know what's crazy is they say, you know, who wants to go down to the state and you know, sign a paper with the state and, you know, have the state in all of our business. And you know what kills me is this is the same niggas who are completely loyal to their state when Sunday come and the football game come on. These niggas is die hard Chicago Bears, Chicago. Nigga, now you need to go down to the county or the clerk to make an honest woman out this bitch and you don't want to go. It's the state. Y'all niggas is wow. But you willing to play married. We can do all of the married stuff. We can sleep together. We can live together. We can have babies together. We can go food shopping together. We could do the laundry together. But we can't really actually represent ourselves as together. Clown shit. Clown shit. These people are tired of being alone. They so tired of doing wrong. Won't you help them know just as soon as you can? Hey, baby girl. Thank you. Thank you, baby. She had a day off. It's good to have a day off, yo. Make sure the old man stay hydrated. It's good to have people that hold you near and dear. Let's get to the checks. See what we got. Oh, sisters hit. Oh, they laughing. The ladies. It's my ladies right there. Sis said, oh, Lord. I speak from experience. As a 53-year-old man who's going through the foolishness, learned valuable lessons, but I fully expect to share my life from this point with a wonderful woman who's done the same. You're absolutely right, sir. Well said. Well said. This should be the time people should spend self-reflecting and growing so that when you do find someone, you have yourself together. I love it. I love it, Sarah. Sis said, brother, stop it. Okay, sis. If we stop expecting and demanding perfection when we are not perfect, the world will open up to things we've never believed we could have. Amen. My man Al grits, green. Yes, indeed. What you doing with that pot, girl? What you doing? What are you doing? Oh, Lord. What do y'all think about the young lady that shared with us that she's just looking for somebody to love her? She deserves love. What do you guys think? Deserve is a strong word for me. And I'm assuming that she's had her opportunity for love at one point or another. I wouldn't say she's never had an opportunity. But what do you guys think? But again, she's no different than Lisa Ray. She may look a little aesthetically different, but she's no different. What do you guys think, man? This was the Halloween surprise that I have for you guys. Just a little bit of tidbits of the direction that I see of us as a community, us as a society, us as a country, state to state, all over the country. If this is the morals and the values and the integrity level and the morris compass of everyone is just so skewed, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, but we can be an example. We can recognize self-destruction, and when we're headed for it, and make the necessary adjustments and corrections to not destroy ourselves. So that's the flag that me and the missus, we wave. And I tremendously appreciate her and all of the ladies that take the stance that they take and face the naysayers, the hyenas, and everything else that comes along with it to do the job of fighting the good fight. So shout out to all of you ladies. Shout out to Mr.HeSaiD. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes. Shout out to Marriage to Dating Support. Shout out to Family Values TV. Take Heed to the Message. Mona D. Almond Eyes. The Wife School Podcast. The list goes on and on over here. We have amazing female content creators that will not stand by while the foolery is going on, and I applaud them. Shout out to J Mac. Shout out to Bella Rings. Shout out to Lady Di, my brother James. Shout out to everybody that, again, is just pushing the narrative. We know that everybody is not going to end up in a union, in a marriage. We understand that. We talking to the people that are considering it, that do want it, that do understand the importance of family. I heard gentlemen ask other gentlemen in this space, what do you benefit from a marriage that you can't get from a relationship? And a lot of men are having a challenging time answering that question. Well, I'm going to try to throw my hat in the ring and help you guys out. If that question was posed to me, my answer would be marriage does a number of things for me. And not just the clichéic ones that a married man lives longer than a single man and makes more money because, you know, he has more people to take care of. So let's move those out the way. But for me specifically, it allowed me to break curses. It allowed me to break cycles. It allowed me to have my children grow up in an honest home. It allowed me to make an honest woman out of my wife. It allowed us to share the same last name, to create legacy, to create function. Coming from one nuclear unit, which is something I never had besides a basketball team. So this was my opportunity. Marriage was my opportunity to change everything. Everything. And it did. It did exactly what I intended, exactly what I imagined, and even more. So again, you know, I know it ain't for everybody, but I do know it's one or two people that are still genuine, organic people who love, that love companionship. And if you make the necessary adjustments, you honor yourself, love yourself, put the best foot forward and repeat, you can grab that. Trust and believe. So y'all know what it is, man. This was what I wanted to give y'all. I think I gave it to you. Pause. It was a Halloween surprise. With me, one half of He Said, She Said, Love and Abundance.
She filling your head with he said, she said.
Shout out to the Mrs. She Said.
He said, she said.
She'll be here tomorrow. Y'all know what it is. 1 o'clock. She about to do her thing.
Shame. 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 Shame.
She got a good one lined up. She got a good one lined up for tomorrow. So if you got some time, check her out. Have your headphones, because parental discretion will be advised. And you guys have an amazing weekend, man. Do something good for somebody other than yourself. That's when real character shines through. Do not entertain foolery, man. It's just not what people of, you know, a high quality, a high esteem, a high sense of self, and a high identity of self just don't do. So, you know, keep it cerebral, y'all. Mr.HeSaiD, and y'all know what it is over here.
Too many crabs in a barrel, but I'd rather hang around family and battle. It's too much, too many dripping in sauce, and I ain't hating on nobody, they can get lost. It's too much, trying to help a nigga out. The only thing they care about is internet cloud. It's too much, niggas sounding like each other and they all dead wrong, they don't even get along. Too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might. Too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much drip.